now let's have a look at our open-ended question. The diagrams below show the life cycles of 2 insects. Okay, so are you able to tell me which of these insects are what? Okay, so on the left we have the mosquito. On the right we have the grasshopper. Okay, so part A asks, state 2 differences between the life cycles of the 2 insects. Okay, so what are the concepts that are being tested here, right? You must be able to recognize how many stages there are, okay? And what stages represent what, okay? So for the mosquito, it has 4 stages, right? It starts with an egg, and then it has a larva, right? And then after that, it has the pupa stage, and then finally an adult stage. So for the grasshopper, it is the egg, then the nymph, and then the adult. Okay, so now let's focus on the grasshopper. So here, this is the nymph stage, right? And then it will become an adult grasshopper. Now we look at the mosquitoes. Okay, it has 1 extra stage. Okay, so this is the larva stage. Okay, and then after the larva stage, it will become the pupa stage. Okay, it's the inactive form of the 4-staged life cycles. So oftentimes when you see questions covering life cycle, you have to be able to compare between the 2 cycles, just like part A here. Okay, so what are the differences between the life cycles? Immediately, the first one that comes to mind is that one has 4 stages, while the other has only 3-stage life cycle. Right? That's the first difference. The second difference is that young of one of the insects does not resemble the adult, while the young of the other insect resembles its adult. Okay? So you look at both life cycles, which life cycle has their young looking like the adult? Okay, if you say grasshopper, yes, you're exactly right. Okay, the grasshopper, the nymph looks like the adult grasshopper, whereas the mosquito young, which is the larva, doesn't. Okay? Right, okay. So now we can move on to our part B open-ended question. Dengue fever is a disease caused by the dengue virus, which is transmitted to humans through the bite of an Aedes mosquito. A group of scientists studied the effect of the surrounding temperature on the life cycle of the Aedes mosquito. The results are shown below. So you have a table with the temperature increasing, right? And the number of days for one complete life cycle. So that means for the life cycle of an Aedes mosquito, right? From egg to an adult mosquito, the number of days gets shorter and shorter. Okay, so which means that the Aedes mosquitoes reach adulthood faster. So they studied Singapore's average daily temperature and the number of dengue cases from January to June and plotted 2 graphs as shown below. So we have the temperature increasing, right, from January to June, right? You can see the increasing trend. And then the number of cases also increase. Okay, so part B, based on the information above, explain how the change in temperature affected the number of dengue cases among humans, right? So we notice that as the temperature increases, the number of days for one complete life cycle decreases. Thus, the young will grow into adults, right, much faster, causing more humans to be bitten. And because of that, the number of cases, right, number of dengue cases would keep increasing. And so that's all for open-ended question. Okay, so before we wrap this up, okay, let's recall some of the keywords that we used. Okay, so first up we have life cycle, right? So life cycle consists of several stages. It's a process of how a living thing starts from an egg or live birth, and then it goes through the different stages and finally reaches adulthood, right? And then we have stages. Okay, so different animals, right? Different species of organisms, there are different number of stages in their life cycles. Next, we have the nymph. Now, nymph is the young that looks like an adult. Okay, so they're usually in a 3-stage life cycle. Next, we have the larva. Okay, so for larva, okay, they are involved in a 4-stage life cycle. And the young, which is the larva, does not look like the adult. Okay, so after larva, we will have the pupa stage. Okay, so the pupa stage, right, is a very inactive stage, right? It's a stage that comes after larva and before adulthood. And so that's all. These are the 5 words that were spoken about, and I hope you can recall and remember their names. And that's all for today. Till next time.